Hi, I'm Julia Ihls. I'm the managing director of the Biodesign Lab at the University of Arts and Design in Karlsruhe. And as the name may, already should evoke, it's a place of working with bio-based, non-standardized materials or narrative and discourses in the broadest sense. All right, so speaking of obstacles, I think it's maybe not so easy to say that there was one specific obstacle. Maybe there are rather many keep on ongoing. So if you have to face, for example, in academia, like unclear financing situations, ongoing infrastructural changes, or low communication and different opinions with the upper management. So I'd say, to overcome that, I would say it's an illusion to think that there is like a perfect or permanent fix for anything. So it's only temporary solutions in this all too agile word, so to say. And in my experience, I would say being adaptive is very helpful, but being adaptive doesn't necessarily mean that you are arbitrary. So I think having an opinion and taking responsibility for it is very important, because otherwise you cannot have a conversation. And then if you don't have an exchange or communication, then you won't be able to solve anything. For example, with the Biodesign Lab, I mean, it's a rather new subdiscipline in design. There are a lot of also fears, I would say, in the community working with microorganisms. What is it? Are they dangerous? How do we even need that in a design practice? So I think, creating an awareness there on the topic. There was one sense where we had to face in the community, also to bring this discourse in a broader public. And I think what we can learn in this case from the biodesign or this practice, working with different more than human organisms, is like, I think a big empathy, to acknowledge different timelines, different agendas, and to be open, and also get a bit away the way of controlling that we as humans at least tend to have or hold on to. So speaking about communication or teamwork, I think they're both super relevant in the professional field. For example, like speaking about biodesign, this is a discipline where you necessarily have to work in teams, because we are facing such a complexity in the world. Also, the obstacles that we are facing, it's just it's not realistic to create like all the abilities, all the competence in one person. So normally you are not a biologist and a theorist and an artist in one person. So you need to bring the people together. That means teamwork is rather crucial. And then actually the ordinary, like the everyday life in this practice. So that's for the team part. And I guess for communication, if you're working in teams, then communication, of course, is very, very crucial, like to keep on important and ongoing exchange. And if you work especially interdisciplinary, then you face actually different languages. For example, a nice anecdote, if you ask a media artist and a biologist to bring their medium, and then the one brings an old TV and the next one brings a petri dish. So there's a lot of synchronizing, even the common wording, the language. And I guess that's a very, very crucial part. And there you need empathy on one hand side, but also you need to have patience to say, and also being aware of the different rhythms and needs also in a team, but then therefore also in the communication part. Skills, I'd say in my personal case, I would say it would be, I guess, curiosity and enthusiasm. So like, because it just helps to face new projects or challenges, and also to stay open for new input, just to get excited about something that's completely not in your profession or in your field of expertise, and but to just jump on that. I think that's a very crucial part. And maybe the other one, I would say, maybe it's something like in between efficiency and ambition, right? So it's not enough to only be enthusiastic about a topic, because then you need to bring the plan further. And also, I think sometimes if you speak for women, it's also important to stand your ground if necessary, and to take the responsibility for your decisions, but also for your actions. So as a piece of advice, I would say, first, like, stay curious and be open to change. And second, I guess, is like, have faith in your own abilities. Don't be shy, therefore, to ask for help, but first try to creatively solve problems yourself, because you would be surprised about the empowerment effect that you would achieve. And I think the last one is, especially if it comes also to leadership, never feel like you're more entitled than the people around you, because you never know when you need a helping hand. So really don't be too refined or too fine to pick up a hammer yourself.